maybe 100 yen, which is 40 cents, I think. Less, because there are 360 yen to a dollar. But this is one of the most beautiful objects ever made. Look at that. It was, of course, just an ordinary dipping ladle originally for the kitchen or for drinking water. Take it in one of those stone bowls that they put. They get a big stone and hollow out the top. And then there's a bamboo pipe lying on the mountain spring, and you scoop it up and take a drink of this gorgeous fresh spring water. But that's all. It's the simplest possible kitchen object. And yet, I think, probably the most beautiful thing used in the whole tea ceremony. And then, bowls such as these, which are called raku ware. And you see immediately, this is nothing special. In fact, it looks as if it were made by a child who was just starting to learn pottery. It's rough. Look, even the top isn't smooth. It's bumpy all along. It's been made by hand. This was made on a wheel. But sometimes they're not. They're just shaped. And the glaze, very, very rough and crude. But this goes back to a fundamental aesthetic principle of the Taoist philosophy, which underlies this whole thing. It underlies Zen, originating from Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, who lived somewhere around 400 and 300 BC. And very important in their thinking was something they call the uncarved block. And the uncarved block is, of course, wood in its original state, before human beings had knobbles in it and is rather rough. Well, that sort of silk in natural color, which hasn't been dyed or bleached at all, that is sort of this effect, you see, of this curtain. The spirit of the uncarved block and the unbleached silk enters into a bowl of this kind. And it seems, therefore, that such a bowl is more in accordance with the nature of clay. It really looks like it's made of clay, than something that is white porcelain, almost translucent. Now, this is this way because the artists feel that a bowl of this kind is more natural than something elaborate. And here we have to consider a very funny problem. Because after all, no distinction is more artificial than that between the artificial and the natural. You might say the distinction between the artificial and the natural is a very artificial distinction. Because surely a bird's nest is no more and no less natural than the Empire State Building. What about a bee's nest with all those little cells and things in it?